Good morning. Did this? Of course you did. Good morning. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday. Yep. It's a Sunday. Happy Sunday. Cocky, thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swing so fucking long. I appreciate it. That's a lot of months and I fucking love you. Thank you. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. Happy Sunday. My back fucking hurts. I'm so over it. So over it. But we have coffee and pot, and that's all that matters. And I got new weed, which is exciting. I got a couple vapes for my trip because I'm going to the land of Tennessee, which is so weird. Very odd. Because, like, man, Tennessee. But I got a couple vapes. I think I've tried these brands before. Sauce. I love the name. It's just sauce. And it says it's apple fritter, and it says it's a hybrid live resin. It's 1,000 milligrams. And then I got this adorable little guy. It's so, man, it's so confusing because there's PAX, PAX, which has nothing to do with the convention whatsoever. It's a type of vape. And then there's another PAX brand that's PACKS. And I hate it. I hate that they've done this to us. We're stoners. You have to stop. There's these, and then there's the PAX. This is not the PAX, and I hate it. But these are really good little vapes, and they're adorable. I took this one to allegedly to Burning Man one time. And it's allegedly 1,000 milligrams. I don't know what's the strain. Jelly Dulce. I don't know. I know. I hate this for us. They should know better. Because you ask for a PAX and they have to be like, what kind? I know that, like, all I can think of is the politics of Tennessee. And I'm like, wow, I'm going to Tennessee to celebrate money we raised for a children's hospital. It feels weird. Which is odd. And then I got some bud, which I can't take with me. I'm leaving on Tuesday. So if tomorrow I can get all my packing and everything done, I'll probably stream just because I'll be gone for 3 days. I got a quarter of Snowball. I don't know if I've ever tried Snowball before. It doesn't, of course, it has nothing. Do you have any information about you at all? No. It has oh my God, it gives instructions. This is what's happening now. They're giving us instructions on what to do with weed. It's allegedly a hybrid. And allegedly 28% THC. That's it. That's all you get on these ones, unfortunately. But the instructions, I have to read this. Instructions. Break apart flour. Roll or pack in a bowl. Okay. This is what we've come to. We need instructions on what to do with weed. Which is great. The instructions are great. And then I got I got a 1/2 ounce of, the packaging is so cute. Seed and strain. Do you have any other information or is it just, no, nothing. Okay. Seed and strain. I got Mac Stacks because I've been talking about it. See, Nemois has been smoking Mac. And every time he mentions it, I've been thinking about Mac Stacks and they had it in stock. So I got it. And Mac Stacks is a good strain. But there's no information. Allegedly 27.6%. I know. The fucking weed expiration date. Amazing. I leave the 15th, come home the 18th. I know the dates. And I just looked that it's Tuesday. I'm only gone for 2 nights. I know that. What day is the 18th? It's Friday? Do I come home on Friday? I'm home before 420. I know that, so we will have awesome 420s. That's happening for sure. But yeah, I come home on Faded Friday. Yeah, it's only 2 nights. It's really nothing. I mean, it's a hiccup. of a trip. But it'll be fun. I don't think I'll be home early enough to stream. I mean, maybe, actually. We could do a late night. I'll be very sober. That's the it's so weird being in the United States of America because yeah, we're one country, but you float across a state line and suddenly I'm a walking felony. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an edible. And being in Texas, like I mean not Texas, in Tennessee, weed is not legal. Like they're more concerned with marrying children in Tennessee than they are marijuana. But I do come back kind of early in the evening. We could do a fun night stream and just get fucking blazed because I'm gonna genuinely like you guys know I don't travel with weed. I bring a little vape, but I don't travel with bud or anything like that. So I get bud sober really fast. Tennessee is it. What is that name? I've never thought about it. Where did that even come from? A lot of things aren't legal in the Tennessee. Yeah, it's not a lot of things aren't legal, but you can marry kids. I'm so sorry, Tennessee. That's all you're known for now is trying to abolish age of consent laws. That's it. That's all you got now, Tennessee. I just. Whoo! Cheers. Oh, so they stole a Native American name after they slaughtered him and made him move west. That checks out, Cocky. That checks out. Cheers. Seriously, St. Jude, I know. St. They're a wonderful organization. It is a native word. There you go. That's a lot of states. I feel like if our states aren't named after just somewhere in Europe that we stole, like New York or Georgia or something, then we took probably a native's name or we named it after Washington. Why? Being from Washington State, it still boggles me that one of the last states to become part of the Union far past Washington's life, we named it Washington. Genuinely very curious on that one. I don't know, and I grew up there. Oh no shit, the original word, Tennessee. That's amazing. Thank you. We learned today. It's a butchered native word. That's cool. I mean, it's not cool that we butchered it, but we learned today. I didn't know. That's going to be my fun fact in Tennessee. You guys just gave me a fun fact. That's how I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, my name's ClassyKatie. I stream on the internet. Did you know? That's going to be my conversation starter. Rhode Island isn't an island. It's the worst named state. Rhode Island is kind of yeah. I never thought about that. Why did they name it Rhode Island? Huh. Huh. Never really thought about that. That's interesting. Michigan and a large percentage of cities, towns have butchered native words as names. Very much so. I mean, we do that across. I mean, I don't know why. Like, do you know why? This sounds, I feel stupid asking this, but like, white people came in, the compromise, fucking flushed every native we could out of all the land we wanted to keep, and then we named cities after the tribes and the people that we murdered? Is that what happened? That's what it feels like. Basically. Yeah, very, very loosely. Yeah. Insult to injury, that tracks. Yeah, that's fucked. It tracks. It doesn't excuse it. It's fucking disgusting. We're all aware of the horrific nature of America and how it was founded. It's just very interesting how they did that. And, as a kid, I grew up like I said, I grew up on the West Coast. And a lot of things are named after natives, and we have a lot of native tribes and stuff, but the tribes are still there. I grew up on a reservation. Like, we have lots. Obviously, not all of them. I'm not saying anything's perfect. White people slaughtered Native Americans. Case in point, that's not even an argued point there. But like moving to the East Coast, it was real weird. I think I've told you guys this before, but like because we have such a large native population on the West Side, a lot of our schooling is actually learning about native cultures and learning about totem poles and learning about the natives who lived there originally, and it's really interesting. And when I moved to the East Coast, and I'm not saying everyone on the East Coast is like this, please don't get me wrong, but I remember going on a hike with my ex, and we found an old Indian cemetery in the woods, and I was like, oh, that is so fucking cool. Like, I know I'm a creepy person, and I like graveyards, but like history like that is just fascinating to me. And I straight up was like, oh my God, what tribes lived here? Without missing a beat, I don't know. Ask my neighbor, what tribes lived here? I don't know. But like, in the woods right there is a fucking, what? It was weird, but it's just different. It's not wrong or right. It's just different. I think it's just different, but it was weird. It was very new to me because like where I grew up, you just know, like this is Lummi land, or this is Itchalium, or this is whatever, Colville tribe. Like you just know. It was odd, but I think it's just because there aren't any natives left. Oh, Glut, I know. I read a book about that, actually. It's pretty fucked up. It's the same thing with religion. Steal all the names and ceremonies and holidays and butcher them for white folk and call it original. My Nana gave me a book. I don't have it out here. It's a really cool book, though. She gave it to me, and it's like... I think the title of it is like The History of the Irish People or something like that. It's a very generic, but it's this big fat book. And it's the history of like, obviously things have probably been discovered since then, but it's the history of like the Celts being pagan and then the Christians coming in and being like, hey, we see that you like to worship a sun god. We put a circle on our cross. Do you like it now? And like the manipulation to try to like butcher the religions and try to get Christianity into other places. It's just about Ireland very specifically, but you could probably broadly expand what they did across the world in many different horrible ways. Yeah. Which I just saw the cinnamon in my coffee and I thought it was a bug and I almost spit it out. We have signs that tell you what tribe area you're in. Also, hair turned out not bad. Fuck yes. Oh, what kind of bleaching technique? Did you do what I did? Did you do a bleach wash? Which works, by the way. I'm not hating on it. It just didn't. I don't know how to explain that. If you guys want to know. No, didn't do a bleach wash. What did you do? The bleach wash is how I ended up a blonde, if anybody's curious. This wasn't me trying to be that 90s kid again. Being from an actual island, I think about it too often. You know what I think about too often? Rivers versus lakes. Because I grew up on Lake Roosevelt that is actually a river. I think about it too often. Too much. I hate it. Oh no shit. Oh my god. 10 volume at the roots, 30 on the rest. Fuck yes. And it's even? That's a nice lift, bitch. Well played. Oh, so we solved the haunted elevator at work. Somehow someone turned on the automated elevator voice thing. Floor 1, floor 2, etc. However, it doesn't really work. So it sounds staticky like an old person mumbling. No, that's horrible. I don't know if I got a chance. I was going to tell you this story yesterday, Timood. That was one of the few ghost stories that I've ever heard come out of hospitals. Because you guys know, like, I want to be in touch with the other world. I want the paranormal. Like, come on, ghosts, haunt me. Nothing. I've never, ever, nothing. But, sorry, punch the mic. When I lived in Seattle, one of the tiny little community hospitals I worked at that was really old, there was a myth, a rumor or whatever, that if you worked night shift, you would see a little girl in a red jacket or like a red coat or something by the elevators. And I swear, like people, like not superstitious, like people that were very scientific, smart, like people I knew very personally were like, I've absolutely seen a little red jacket girl, and I turned the other fucking way. I was like, it's this elevator. So like my department was at one end of this hall, like a sky bridge kind of hall. It was just ridiculous. So my department was in one building, and then you literally had to take the sky bridge all the way to the other side, and that's where the ICU was. And the elevator at the end of this really long fucking hallway was the elevator where allegedly little red jacket lady would be. And no shit, every single time I had to get up out of my chair and go see a patient, I had to walk that hallway and take that elevator. Never saw a fucking thing. And like, genuinely, I know, like, this is my problem. I listen to so much true crime. I listen to a lot of haunting stories. I love them. I want to be haunted. Like, bring on the ghosts. The common theme with like haunted houses, haunted stories, whatever, is that like souls who died in horrific ways get stuck behind, right? They have their whatever. There's so few places in the world more atrocities happen that include death than a hospital. Like that, those places should be fucking crawling. If any place. And nothing. It's kind of a bummer. Doing for me? What do you mean? We're still going with shit's haunted since it's not on in any other elevator and we haven't had maintenance done on it in a while. Okay, so I mean, I have read stories about like circuit boards and electronics being fucked with by spirits. So like, what if a spirit turned it on and is trying to talk to you through it? And like, you are like, people are placing like, oh yeah, it's just the floor 1, floor 2, floor 3 guy and it's just fucked up. But really, it's this sad little old man ghost like, tell Claudia the key to the safe is in my panty drawer. And you're just like, floor 1, floor 2, damn, we'll get there one day. Please tell Claudia. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. I could see it. No shit, Dunpeel, you're probably right. I've literally, like, ever since I was a kid, when my dad died, my mom and my little sister both had very strange occurrences with something. After my dad passed away, me, nothing. And ever since they, like, growing up with these stories, and they're not, neither my sister or my mom are, like, spiritual, into that kind of stuff. Like, my sister's a lawyer, my mom's medical. They're not into that, but they had like very weird instances. My mom's, after my dad passed away, she told me the story. She said one day she was taking the trash out. She was in the middle of a giant parking lot because we owned a motel. And she was walking back and it was icy, freezing outside. It was middle of winter. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she was just overcome by my dad's cologne smell, his aftershave, and she couldn't get out of it. She just walked the entire parking lot, walked into different rooms, could not. It was like it was poured into her nose. That's her story. That's it. But still creepy. And you know, I just wonder. And then my little sisters, this one's the word. This one's creepy, but awesome. She doesn't remember this. She was 2. So my mom goes to pick up my sister from daycare one day. And my sister, the lawyer, she's always been a very type A personality. Like, she will turn things in on time. She will be on time. She's a straight A valedictorian kind of kid. She's in her 30s. Adult. So anyways, she's like 2 or 3. My dad died when she was 2, so she's like 2 or 3-ish, whatever. And this is the daycare worker's story to my mom. And I don't think the daycare worker knew our dad was passed away or anything. So like, it was even weirder. I don't know. So the daycare worker says that all the kids were outside at recess and the daycare worker stood in the door and said, all right, everybody come in from recess. And usually my little sister, Sarah, was first in fucking line. Like, that personality since day one. Not late, coming back in from recess, would never dilly-dally. Like, the moment there's an adult, get in line, do what you're told, right? So all the kids line up to go back inside, and they notice Sarah's not in line, and they're like, okay, we're missing a 3-year-old. And the recess yard was like nothing. It was like a swing set. So they look out, and there was a tree or whatever, so they go out into the yard to look for her, and Sarah's sitting in a swing, looking at the swing next to her, talking to it, and giggling. And they're like 20 feet away, so they can't hear what she's saying. So they finally like get over to my sister and they're like, Sarah, what are you doing? And Sarah just like looks up from the other swing and goes, talking to my dad, hops down and jogs into the daycare. And that was it. But like, why not me? Fuck. That's a creepy one. Kids are creepy. Kids are creepy no matter what, but when they do shit like that, creepy. But like, I always wanted that and just nothing. I know. That's what Dunpeel was saying too. I want it too much. I know. I want to see him so they don't give a fuck. Fine. Fuck you, ghosts. I don't ever want to see you. Crossover. I'll learn how to do exorcists. Then they'll fuck with me. We're still, oh wait, apparently ours is an old lady who just wants to help us know what floor we're on. She just desperately wants to help, dude. The people we care for generally pass, usually as they're on hospice, unless they're classified as independent living. Then we cannot legally do anything unless it's under Good Samaritan law. So yeah, if someone dies in IL, we have no idea unless there's a strong smell or a family member finds them. Damn. That's dark. And that's true. I do have memory. It's so weird. I remember things. It's so weird remembering my dad because he died when I was 7. So like I obviously that's old enough to have some memories, but the memories are weird in that they're defined. How do I say that? They're like if I go back and I try to remember things, it's defined by how I felt. Like I can't remember his voice, but I have a memory of him being drunk and screaming to the point where me and my friend Molly from preschool hid in these curtains we had. We had like floor to ceiling curtains and we stood in them and hid. And the whole time standing there, I was like, he can see our feet. He can see our feet. He can see our feet. I have memories like that, but I can't remember his voice. I can't remember what he was saying. I just have these memories of like fear or like tiptoeing, like living on eggshells. Eggshell people are not my people. I don't ever want to be around someone that I have to fucking take care of emotionally, like outside of the normal bounds, obviously, but like eggshell people, absolutely not. But like those are the memories of him. So that could be it. It's very odd, but I do not discount the paranormal or the supernatural or anything like that. There's the fact that we are a walking massive battery. And when we die, all of that energy, where does it go? We know the laws of science. You cannot create, you cannot destroy. Energy. So where does our battery go? I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. It's their right as old folks to be left alone. It's basically like an apartment, but they can go to the dining room and stuff. Honestly, I love that. Like, they're dead. I don't think they care when you find their body, to be honest, right? And if the family doesn't visit for a month, I mean, that's on the family, in my opinion. Good morning, Vex. How are you? Yeah. Like I think that's isn't that all of our hopes and dreams is for our last meal to be something so soft we can tongue it down and we just die in our sleep peacefully and no one bugs us. I think that's like the dream on how to pass. Like that's when I die, I want people to peel me and take every part of my body, harvest the fuck out of me, give everything you possibly can to other people that can live with those pieces, and then whatever's left over, put me under a tree. That's all I want. Oh, side note. Oh my God. I finally, which is probably not, I know, this is terrible. Please don't come at me. I rototilled again. But desperately, I've just been trying to finish my fucking yard. I finished the rototilling last night, so I'm done. You don't have to tell me not to do it. I know my back is injured right now, but I had to get it done. And I finished it last night. I finished this, like, literally right on the other side of this wall. There's this huge patch of mud and dirt, and I spread a shit ton of clover seed and everything and put all the hay out and whatnot. But I found a lot of human hair, I think. That's the moral of that story. The things that come out of my yard. Like, yes, I did. I finally got a nice rototiller, and it's awesome. It genuinely, like, the amount of work I've been able to accomplish in the past 3 weeks is the amount of work I've been able to accomplish in an entire summer for the past 4 years. That rototiller has changed my fucking life in terms of just weeding and turning up the dirt and everything and not breaking my back. Like, it's not easy. It's still exhausting, but it's not hand picking, you know, bending over and like trying to dig shit out of the ground. It's incredibly, oh God. But it really does turn up everything out of the dirt. And the things I've found, you guys know, I've shown you like the dolls and the G.I. Joe parts. I found a full unopened jar of fish bait yesterday. No, this was like a couple days ago. Like, you know, the little pink balls that looked like candy when you were a kid and you desperately wanted to touch the forbidden fish candy. I couldn't have been the only kid, right? Whole family fishes, and when you were in that aisle and you'd see those jars, you were like, that's forbidden candy. I found an unopened jar of that in the yard. I find so much weird shit. Like, guaranteed, the people who owned this place before Scott and Bree used this yard as a goddamn landfill. Just case in point, that's what they did. It's disgusting. Did they? Oh my god! I forgot to put the phone on Craigslist. I got to do that. Good morning, Knives. Could it be that your back is wonk because of the yard work and you in one position? No. Exactly. That's insanity. Pushing a 50-pound piece of machinery through clay is easy. I don't even feel it. Honestly, Mish, that I'm not kidding you. My very first thought was someone cleaned their hairbrush out the window. There's a window right out to that area, and I was like, I guarantee it, because I too am a very thick-haired shedding bitch, and I gotta clean my hairbrush out once a week. Otherwise, literally, it doesn't. There's so much hair in it, it wouldn't brush your hair. Like, I lose so much fucking hair. They just tossed it out the window for 50 years, and now I'm rototilling it out of my fucking yard because hair doesn't decompose. Gross. Side note, isn't it interesting that hair is so beautiful and nice and like lovely when it's connected to your head, but the moment you take it off your head, it's like, ew, gross, someone else's hair? Isn't that weird? I have to throw my hair in the garbage because my dogs will try to eat it. I've literally found Lilith trying to eat a hairball of my hair. I don't know why they do this. You can make bank putting random backyard shit for sale on Craigslist. Do you think, I mean, none of it is whole. It's literally like a torso and an arm of a 1980s G.I. Joe. Or like an old massive Sharpie pen. An unopened bottle of, like, do people want these things? I find a lot of weird shit in my yard. I just line them up on, I have like, wood beams laid out to like line the garden, and I just line them up on there as I find them. I'm just glad the fish bait didn't, like, the fact that my rototiller tilled a glass jar of fish bait out of the dirt and didn't shatter it. Not only would now my nice new dirt be filled with broken glass, but also the lovely smell of probably 30-year-old fish bait. Yum. Fucking gross. How's your back today, by the way, Vis? Mine's still fucked, obviously. I recently saw a YouTube video that said that in the moment of death, people who were hooked to an MRI machine had a moment of clarity. That says a lot of the feeling of your life flashing before your eyes before you die. A lot of clarity? How can you judge clarity from an MRI? Interesting. Cuteness, I would love to. What if I was related? Wouldn't that be funny? Call him up. Hey, so you like littered in my yard? Yeah, these dogs will absolutely try to eat my hair. It's disgusting. But then gather the hair back again to make a wig, and we're like, ooh, pretty. Make it make sense. Okay, we could, no shit. I'm not fucking with you when I say we could probably make a human out of what I've found in my yard. I have lines of bones. So many bones that I have slowly convinced myself over the years have to be chicken bones. They have to be chicken bones. Those are chicken bones. They must be. Because there's not a body in my yard. But I got a lot of bones, is what I'm saying. I pulled like a 30-foot piece, literally a 30-foot piece of nylon rope out of the dirt the other day. It's so weird what's in this dirt. Like, I just, literally a landfill. I don't know how else to describe it. Shoulder is pissed? Yeah. Hold on, let me check. Okay, so suicidal tendencies, tribute, ban forming. Okay, Craigslist. What the fuck? Craigslist. Clarity on what their life. Yeah, I don't know how you would judge clarity. You're choosing not to be a necromancer. Here's the thing. Like, you guys remember how I had that really annoying, horrible neighbor across the street that I used to tell you guys about that he's definitely special in some way in that he's like in his 60s and has to live with his mother, I think. And he likes to stand in the street and scream racial obscenities at all my Spanish neighbors and my Mexican neighbors. The fact that he lived there and there's human bones in here, like, what if what I raised had that personality? Like, worst fears recognized. Like, the chances of me raising a necromancer that's like fucking Dolly Parton are slim to none. Like, I don't really want, it's like having a kid, but you didn't get the first 18 years, and so you just have no idea what you're getting, and that now I'm stuck. Like, now what do I do with him, them, it? I don't know. I'm not really ready for that kind of commitment, you know what I mean? I got a lot of pets. They have to be chicken bones, they have to. The burst of neurological activity. So I've seen that as well, and from what I understand, from what we think, it's literally a nerve brain dump. Like, your brain and your body is working 24/7 to keep you from going crazy, decomposing, dying of horrible infections and diseases, et cetera, et cetera. And the moment that your body starts to die, all of those mechanisms of control stop. And so when that stops, you shit yourself, you start to foam out the mouth, you don't breathe well, you pee yourself, and your brain is kind of pissing itself. It's kind of the same theory. It's just your body shutting down because you're dying. And when you shut down, you lose all those mechanisms of control that are keeping us doing this instead of this. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, who knows? We can't talk to the dead. Well, I can't. Is it? Oh. You mean it's perfect? My mug is almost the size of my fucking head. Oh my God. It is. It's like your brain, like, dumping to a cloud that doesn't exist. As far as I understand, that's what it's doing. Your brain kind of does that, like, again, as far as we understand. With sleep, that's what thus far scientists think dreams are. Because dreams only happen during REM sleep, and they're really only like a minute. Like, your dream could be hours to you, could be days, weeks, whatever, but in reality, it's only about a minute. And what they think it is, it's your brain dumping what it has decided is not deemable for long-term memory. Because while you're asleep, you relax. And so that mechanism of making you relive memories while you're awake turns off, and it can kind of dribble out. And that's where we get dreams and shit like that. And that's why they say if you remember your dreams chronically, you're probably not sleeping very well because you're forcing yourself to not drop that information that your body is desperately trying to drop because it's deemed unnecessary. And it also means you're interrupting your own REM cycle, and REM cycle is where we actually get rest, et cetera, et cetera. But we don't know. Sleep is still very, very mysterious because, again, you can't talk to the sleeping. Like, we can't, like, what do you do? Brains are fucking mysterious, dude. They're fascinating, but very mysterious. It is as big as my head. I mean, when I drink out of it, does it just cover my face? Yeah. I love it. It's a perfect mug, you mean. I used to live in a town down the street from a woman who'd been struck by lightnings 3 times. What? Why? What? What? Her mom confirmed she walked the neighborhood all day. When my ex got bored, he would go drink on the front steps waiting for her to have an interesting conversation. She's just Thor. Don't worry about it. She's just a god. It's no big deal. What the fuck? REM sleep defragging. Oh my God, I've never thought about it, but that's what they think. Yes. That's kind of what they theorize. And it's, again, why it's kind of really difficult to remember your dreams unless you train yourself to remember them, in which case you're kind of fighting your natural instinct to forget that shit. But who knows? Brains are mysterious. I have no idea. Oh my God, you got a metal grind. Oh my God, Hurts. I'm so excited for you. Bitch, I have 3. You are an adult. Get on this shit. Have you been smoking plastic? Oh my God. Oh my God. Like a metal plate plus bad luck? That's literally, I'm wondering, because I've genuinely wondered if I'm one of those weird people who, like, ruins electronics by just existing around them. Am I gonna get struck by fucking lightning? We had lightning strike a tree 5 feet from my car in Maryland. Like, split the tree in half and set it on fire. It was fucking wild. 20 feet from my front door. Am I a lightning person? I'm fearful. Good morning, Molly. How are you? Okay, I have to see this. Is it as big as my face? Okay. All right. All right. It does look mildly more ridiculous than I thought. It's fine. I love it. If I get struck by lightning, I either better end up with an awesome scar or dead. I don't know what to do with that. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those electronic people. But things do tend to break around me mysteriously, and I don't understand why. I don't think I am, though, and I tell you this out of this is a safe place and a trusting place. I like my friend, my neighbor, 5 miles up the road, 3 miles up the beach. When we were kids, on that Lake Roosevelt, it's actually a river. When we would get like crazy summer storms, those dry ass lightning storms, we'd literally go we'd call each other and be like, meet on the beach, and we'd go swimming because the waves, because this river, it's part of the Columbia River, so it's got a dam, so it gets miles wide sometimes of the year. It's really, really deep and really, really wide, and the waves are black and crazy. And we'd go out swimming or we'd go in our kayaks during these fucking horrible lightning storms, and I was never struck. And it's like the number one thing you shouldn't do is swim during a lightning storm, because now you're the one thing poking out of the water that's organic that the lightning can strike. Theoretically, right? We were feral. No one was around to say no. Guess what? I've never been hit by. Don't say it. It'll just happen. Ooh, it's probably good weather for a bike ride. I'm caffeinating. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I often think in my dreams, this would be an awesome screenplay for a movie. I should write this down, but then only think I remember of the dream. Wait, the only thing I remember about the dream is actually thinking that one moment. Same. And I think that's on purpose, though. Like, we're supposed to forget that stuff. I don't know. Vissy, exactly. I mean, I've told Viss this before, but it's not even, it's sad that it's not a joke, that where I grew up, like, the saying was, there's two things to do. It's fuck or drugs. Because genuinely, like, if you didn't have money or a car to get 2 hours to Spokane, that's it. Like, it's so weird thinking back on this childhood of like, you bored? Let's go to the dump and shoot seagulls. And that was just normal to spend your weekend at the dump. What the fuck? I'm glad I went the drugs route. I'm going to be completely honest, though, because there was a lot of pregnant girls in my pregnant girls in my high school, and that is not the journey for me. People here go surfing from before hurricanes for similar reasons. So unsafe, so stupid. I definitely was that stupid kid. Like, we had, like, my mom and my bio dad made the kayaks that my mom still has to this day, which is insane because they're older than me. Wild. But they're those really long fiberglass kayaks that only fit one person, and they're built for the ocean. And the way my mom describes it is they're literally built to slice through waves. And unfortunately, she taught us this as children. So when those storms would hit, we'd go out on the river in kayaks, fiberglass kayaks, trying to slice through waves. I think about it like I should have been dead. So many times I should have been dead, kid. So many times. What up, Sroland? I hope you're doing well, and you're being pregante, prenagant, hamburger. You know what hurts? You kind of got hit with a bear, if you think about it. Your parents paid for that attack. Are they still alive? Please don't let them see this. 100% stuff, and a lot of stuff there's you're not old enough for. Exactly. Like, most of it was bars. Like, the vast majority of people I knew that were adults, they'd go to work, go to the bar, that's it. So it didn't really even change. I think it went from either you did drugs or sex to drugs and sex. Like, if you stay in that town, I don't know what else people do. It's so weird. I did get out. I got out. I mean, I vowed to get out the moment I was in that place. That was, I mean, very much so. I remember it, moving to this town and being like, absolutely fucking not. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? I'm pretty positive it was my parents' desperate action to save the kids, I think, in their minds. Because we went from being like in big schools in Western Washington where you're like 1 in 2,000 kids to you are now 1 out of 36. And I think in their minds, they're like, if we move them to the middle of nowhere, they'll become hunter kids or horse girls and they'll be country kids and they won't, whatever. And I'm not kidding you. Every single sibling of mine, the day they graduated, moved back to Western Washington. Like the day, like after graduation, got in their car and drove the fuck away. And my parents, every single time, I don't understand why my kids keep leaving. Really? 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 I just want something to do. I don't need all the things to do, but like something? Something is nice. Something. Anything. We used to catch wasps with jam jars or draw and cow shit with sticks. Ah, the good old days. Oh my god, yeah. Yep. Yep. That, man, childhood was fun. This shit, though. Like, one of the things that we used to do was go walk the beach looking for dead animals to bring home to my dad. Because he would take the heads off and stick them on a stake and let birds pick all the meat off of them. And then he'd mount the skulls and keep the horns or whatever. And, like, that was very normal to, like, drag home a dead carcass you found on the beach for your dad. But that was normal in my town. Like, that wasn't just normal for us. Like, it's just normal for country people. Like, why waste an amazing rack if a buck died on the beach? Get the head. It's sad that someone, like, let their deer die on the beach, but get the head. You'd have to talk pretty loud to get through the box in the cement. You're fine. I never thought about them paying for it, though. They totally did. Like, it wasn't just like a free instance where they're like, we'll take the chance. They were like, nah, we got to do this. How much? Stick my kid in front of that. At least they were sensical afterwards. I was thinking about the town from Tuwong. I know exactly. I'm fucking up in my brain. Last night, how did they even exist? Like, it was a diner, auto repair shop, general store, and a beauty salon. We had literally, that town is my town. I grew up in. I'm not kidding you. The only reason it has a stoplight is because a train goes through town. Most of those towns exist because of a train stop. That's it. But seriously, that's why my hometown, for instance, population 1,500, still population 1,500. There is no industry. Like, unless you are the person who works at that salon, you are the person who works at that bar, the person who works at that gas station, or etc. And those are the same people that have been working there. Like, they're basically family owned at this point. The son works there when the parents die, etc., etc. Like, it's just a cycle. You work there or you work at the mill. Like, Boise lumber is big. That river I keep talking about, they float the lumber on the river. Lake Roosevelt, which is a river. That's it. I genuinely, like, my parents, I'm not kidding you. My mom, when we moved to Kettle Falls, she drove 2 hours to Spokane to work at a hospital every day and then drove 2 hours home and then 2 hours in the morning. She left our house at 4 in the morning because that was it. There was no hospital between that 2-hour drive. It was the dumbest move on my parents' part. Like, to this day, they're like, we didn't think it through. We saw cheap land on the river and thought, let's build an amazing house. Nowhere to work. Like, there's nothing. And towns like that, like, if you don't have, and it's real, to this day, if you don't have a specific last name, you're not going to get a job. They're, like, borderline inbred, the cousins on cousins, these little towns. Which is another big reason all of my siblings wanted to get the fuck out. Because it was like, there's nothing to do here. Like, I could name things people did out of graduation. Become a taxidermist, go to the mill, drill oil, coal. That's it. Or get married and pregnant. But I don't know how no shit. Do you know what a levy is? Like, my town was so small and so insignificant and so pathetic. To this day, it's even worse because COVID really stripped the town of actually fucking anything that existed. Like, there used to be a coffee stand. That's not there anymore. We had to, every single summer, there was down our main street, which had no businesses, just empty buildings because it's just a ghost town at this point. We would have this little fair called Town and Country Days where we would try to get people to sign a petition to re-up the levy to keep our schools open. Because the school, like literally 15 minutes up the road was another school in another town that we absolutely could have gone to. But they were so desperately set on like keeping Kettle Falls and having its own fucking school district, which no exaggeration, my graduating class was 36 kids. It's pointless. And we had a levy for it every fucking year. It was crazy. Like there's just nothing. I don't know how these towns continue to exist other than it's just a way of life people accept and just perpetuate. It's very like you could rent a house in in the town I grew up in for $300 a month, a 2-story house. Like that's the cost of living there. But where are you gonna work? I don't fucking know. There's nothing at all. It's weird. Moving is, I mean, no shit. When we moved to Kettle Falls, I was in like 7th grade, 8th grade. And I remember like the first thing in my mind was I want to go to Spokane. Like that's the only city in Eastern Washington worth a fucking damn that has like a movie theater and a mall and a park and shit to do, like a downtown area. And there were kids who were born and raised in this town who had never been to Spokane in their entire life because the cost of living is so low and literally income and whatnot. Their parents can't afford the gas to drive 2 hours to Spokane and back. They can't afford the gas and whatever you're going to do in Spokane. Like that was just out of the question. And that was wild to me as a kid. I remember being like, what the fuck? Like I just mind-blowingly different experience. I see your last name is Billy Bob. Sorry, we can't hire you. We only want people with the last name Billy Ray. You're kidding. It's serious. If like my last name, I'm still like a red card to this day in that town because it's such a weird last name. I mean, it's not weird, but it's weird to them. It's not familiar. It hasn't been there for the past 50 years. Like it was, if I applied for a job, genuinely, who are you? Where did you come from? They just know. Because you're not this last name, or I'm not going to like fucking dox people from my hometown because it's that small and half the town has one last name. But it's small. It's really small. But there's pros and cons to it. I don't know. If you like small town life and you don't need a lot. But like, for instance, if you want groceries, you're going to drive 45 minutes to not my town, the next town, because my town didn't have a grocery store, or you're going to have your own garden. So we had our own garden. And, you know, you butcher your own animals and shit. It's just different, but it's small. But I don't know how they stay alive. I will never know how these small towns stay alive. Like, other than the gas station. Like, I guess most of these small towns, like mine definitely, I'm trying to think of a highway, 395, 365, something like that. It's a major highway that just goes from west to east through Washington. Like you can take this highway from the coast, like the peninsula, all the way through Montana to Montana. And so it's a huge trucker logging highway. And so I think the gas stations and tiny ass diners, which my town didn't even have a diner, these tiny ass diners, that's how they stay alive as truckers. I think that's it. Dude, Tamood, I'm not kidding you. Up until I went to college, I went back to the West Coast because when I was a kid in the West Coast, I was really little. Then we moved to the Eastern Washington, and then I moved back for college. I'm not joking. I really actually thought food delivery was just for movies, like the Ninja Turtles getting pizza. Like, not only the fact that it went to a fucking sewer drain cover, but that people bring food to you from the restaurant. Like, who's doing that? The cook? Like, who's going to cook the food while they're gone then? My brain really thought that was just for movies. I had no conception that takeout was real, because I don't even think that's still a thing out there. I would very highly doubt if any sort of Uber Eats or anything is even available out there, because there ain't no fucking restaurants. And the delivery would just be asinine. Like, imagine delivering a $20 McDonald's meal, but you're driving 45 minutes 2 ways to do so. Crazy. That'd be so not worth it. Ah, I see your family tree doesn't fork. You're hired. You joke, but like, It's like when my family moved there when I was in 8th grade, we were like, it was like the Playboy bunnies moved to town. My brothers got so much pussy because they were a guaranteed not cousin. That's how fucking small this town is. Like, I was young, so I wasn't out there finding pussy yet, but like eventually it was great. Like, your last name mean guaranteed not related. You are just rolling. It was great, but really fucked up. Because everybody is like at least a second, third cousin out there. It's pretty crazy. Only 3 people in my entire graduating class left Kettle Falls. So weird. Oh, I should. Drink water, everyone. We should take a break and jump into Discord. I think everybody's waiting on me bullshitting about my tiny town. This town's so small, you have to leave the city limits in order to change your mind? No shit. Saturday night entertainment was to go to the gas station, jump on the hose to listen to the bell ring. Oh my God. You know what, young? Like, seriously, one of, like, a formative memory of mine, I don't know, like a visceral memory of mine that I hold dear to myself is some of the nights when me and my, you know, quote unquote hoodlum friends with terrible home lives and we had nowhere else to go, we would be walking the streets of Kettle Falls with nothing to do, and we would go sit at the gas station under like the light, the buzzing fucking fluorescent light outside where all the bugs were dink, dink, dinking against it. The sound of that, plus the smell of the petrol, and just like the sound of the ding of that door opening every 15 minutes as a trucker went in and out, and me and my friends just sitting in the back smoking cigarettes off a curb, is some of my, like us just bullshitting. We weren't troublemakers. We genuinely didn't fucking cause trouble. We just didn't have anywhere to go. So you get labeled that if you're walking streets at night as a kid. Those are really fun memories to me of just that, those tiny moments when you're a kid and quite literally fucking nothing matters except finding somewhere to sit. And it was a curb at a gas station. Like, those are really good. Kicking the rocks on the ground or whatever. I don't know. Like, you remember those games you had where it would be like a little maze, a handheld thing, and there was a little bead you would have to like move into the holes? We would play that, but with gravel in the grout of the asphalt. Because we were so bored. But those are fun. Those are like, not fun, but like, I look fondly on those days as like I had people to actually sit and do that with, I guess. Right? Okay. Saturday night entertainment was to go to the gas station. Yeah, I have very formative memories of that. I'd gotten so used to Amazon in the UK that it was really weird not to have it in NZ when I lived there. Oh my God, they don't have Amazon. Like, where do you buy your cheap junk from and have it delivered to your door? Seriously, I wouldn't know how to shop in person anymore as a human. I default to the internet so hard because it's just so easy to find everything you're looking for. And again, like the cheap shit that I'm probably like, it's just something I need quickly. Like, man, in my college town, we had fun exploring the train yard, back alleys, and random piles of junk and metal and take pictures. We did that shit. Oh, finding like a broken abandoned house or something. That was the shit. As a kid, I spent some time in small towns in Kansas. Same type of experiences. Yeah. I don't look back on them poorly at all. I think everything makes you who you are today, and I'm not upset with who I am today by any means. And it made me appreciate things. But it also kind of made me a pretentious cuck when it comes to people who are like, oh my God, it's a 15-minute drive away. Are you sure you want to go that far out? I'm like, you spoiled little fucking baby bitch boy. What? 15? Are you fucking, you take shits longer than that? Are you kidding? I can't with that. Like that, it did that to me, unfortunately, because like, really? Okay. You spoiled little baby, precious baby boy, baby bitch. The DMV wants me to take a survey about my recent trip. Oh, do they really? Oh, shit. But you know what? I bet they're surveying you because you got out in 2 hours. Don't let them get you. A 2-hour drive. I like a nice road trip. I like sitting in the car and listening to music and shit like that. Like, the closer something is, the less likely I am to, like, if something's only 10-minute away, I'm like, what's the fucking point? Let's just walk there. But if it's 2 hours, like, I get in the car, I put on a good playlist, like, I jam out, I have a really good time. I don't know. I like being in the car driving, but I did grow up where that was just a way of life. Like everything was at least an hour away. For me, growing up in the city when moving to a smaller town for college made me greatly appreciate convenience, especially all the options for live music in Minneapolis, local shows all over, 100%. Oh man, that is something I don't miss about Washington State, like living where I did, because I have these memories of like going to a show would be, you had to drive 2 hours there, then you'd get to the show, then you'd experience the show, and then you had to drive 2 hours back. So usually you were driving in the dead of night at 1 a.m. in the middle of fuck nowhere, Eastern Washington, where let me tell you, deer outnumber people probably at least 2-1. If not 5-1, white-tailed deer are fucking everywhere, and they love to sprint across the road in the middle of the night. Those drives home were not fun. I don't miss that at all. Like, I hated that so much. It's amazing that I can get home before midnight after going to a show now. That is, like, mind-blowing. Or that I don't have to drive 2 hours to the airport to be at the airport 2 hours early for my flight. That is amazing. Like, life-altering. Whereas when I was a kid, that was just, you just got, that 2 hours was just factored into fucking everything, and you just got used to it. But man, I love not having it, because wow. Especially if you're going somewhere doing something exhausting, that just sucks afterwards. Real civilization was at least an hour and a half away, yep. Also, if the show sucks, dude, worst fucking case scenario. College towns always have the better entertainment and cultural options, 100%. I mean, parents' money. At least it's deer and not fucking moose. No, but now I have that now. Moose, deer, antelope, and mountain goats. And we have prairie dogs. What's the other animal I see? Oh, we have foxes. Like, there's everywhere in the U.S., I feel like I'm looking out for a giant animal to run across the road. And I live in a neighborhood, so there's these little naked mole rat creatures. I swear to God, people are keeping them as pets. They're putting clothes on them, putting them on bikes, sending them to school. It's fucking gross. They're everywhere. And you want to know what they do all day? I'm pretty sure like 2 blocks up the road, there's a daycare for them because there's like hundreds of them, like in a fenced-in pen. And like, as much as I'm like, gross, why is it screaming? Still don't want to hit it with my car. And those things fly into the road like nobody's business. They're not looking. They're like, oh, ball. I'm talking about children. I would rather live in the country where I have to watch out for deer any fucking day. I drive like 5 miles an hour around my neighborhood because there's so many kids, and that is my worst living nightmare, is to destroy someone's life in the way of harming their child. And seriously, I've told you guys these stories, like kids on trikes rolling into the street at our truck while we're driving. Just children, they're feral. What? Oh my God, there aren't children in the streets in the country. I'm just saying. They need to be on leashes. It's these little mole rat things or something. I don't know, because they're in the streets and I don't want to hurt them. I just don't. Oh my God, Little Mama Silva, thank you very much. I bathed. I can't wait for Bambi to hit public domain for those horror movies. Oh my God. They better make a dope hunting horror out of that. Like Bambi's Mom's Revenge or something. Wait. Bambi's mom's the one that got, right? Bambi's Mr. Bambi's Revenge. The dad. I haven't seen Bambi since I was like 10. I do not remember. Doesn't he like join with the dad at the end or something? The dad's revenge, and the dad just like fucking eviscerates the hunters. That'd be pretty hilarious. What up, Genova? Good morning. How are you, love? It's the Nebraskan mole rat. You put clothes on it, you send it to daycare all day, it come home, it bitch. You put food in the bitch hole and you send bed. Over and over you do this. Is repeat for many years. Seem like 100. It's crazy. They love them here. Kind of makes sense. Kind of. Cheers. Man, Tamood, they do the same thing around here. One thing that I love that the city did not recently, they did it, is that like I live right on an intersection, like I'm on a corner, and it's only a two-way stop, but they did that thing where the direction where there's not a stop sign, it does this like ka-gunk, like really far down dip into the intersection and then back up. And one of my favorite things in the world is to listen to people that think they can fly through my intersection literally blocks from an elementary school. To make jokes aside, you're being a fucking idiot. All the speed limit signs around here are like kids present. You're a fucking moron. I love listening to them bottom out horribly in my intersection. It gives me so much joy. Like hearing that ka-gunk, ka-gunk. Fuck you, dude. Slow down. Where are you going? Where are you going? That going 40 versus 25 is going to get you there that much faster? Where the fuck are you going? Stop it. Like, we're playing, it's Borderlands Day. We're going to jump into Borderlands. I'm going to take a quick break and let my dogs out, and I'm going to get another beverage because I'm down to one. And I'm really stressed out about that. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're playing Borderlands with the crew in Discord. I literally held my nephew up by the ankle the other day. We were play fighting and said, why would anyone want one of those horrible, nosy, smelly creatures? And my brother's adopting 2 of them. I asked if he was nuts. I mean, every friend of mine that's ever had kids, and I know you've heard this too, they're like, they're the best and worst thing that's ever happened to me, and I never do it different. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that checks out. Like, I'm miserable, but also I'm in heaven at the same time. Okay. Cool. Just raise them well, please. Only one. I know, I'm down because I've been sipping up an empty coffee. This is so sad. It's disgusting, BDO. I know. I'm disgusted with myself. Don't forget to take your joy.
You take your joy today.
Take your joy. Wash your bong.
Never forget to take your joy, and I guarantee you'll
clean your water bottle.
Smooth as velvet.
Get stretched. Dr. Hartman, and we'll jump into Borderlands in a few minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta pee. Already. How did this happen? It's probably... Welcome back. I really like this song. Borderlands. Welcome back, everybody. So get this. It was 80 degrees yesterday, and it's going to snow tonight. Why? Dear spring, fight back. Please. Is it bad that I want to go to Micro Center just to walk around for no reason? No. That sounds so fun. CK Steam, what have you done? Oh, I gotta restart it. I wish I could fix that. I don't know why Steam doesn't just update, like, give me live notifications for fuck's sake. Anything. Micro Center does have balls. I see it. I've never had it, but I see it every time I go there. The weird, like, blue bottles. What up, Vile? How are you, love? The planet has a fever, and now it's doing something else. There's all pop-ups. It's so weird. What have you done, Glut? What is that? Ooh. Oh my god, Deadly Premonition? Shut the fuck up. Wait. I'm sorry. You're welcome. What? What did you do? I'm nervous. Hold on. What did you stay up late doing, you nut? I don't mind jank. Oh my fucking god, this looks so funny. Play as Special Agent Francis York Morgan. In this open world action adventure, as you solve the case of the Red Seed murders and survive in a small, quirky American mountain town where supernatural creatures and a mysterious raincoat-clad axe-wielding killer seek to end his investigation for good. This sounds familiar. There's something, this is just me personally, when it comes to old games, there's something, like, endearing about old game jank. Is it just me? it kind of, I kind of don't mind it. No shit. So, Kel, I'm not kidding you. I just finished season 1 of Twin Peaks for the first time ever last night of the original. So when I read that, that's why I was like, that sounds familiar. I'm genuinely like, I'd never ever seen Twin Peaks before. And watching Twin Peaks after playing, like, we haven't finished Alan Wake 2 yet, but after playing through the Remedyverse, the inspiration is crazy. Wow. Like, what is it with people loving a Pacific Northwest mountain town? Are we that creepy? Speaking of tiny towns in the mountains, is it that bad? Exactly. Look, you know, it's that. Oh my God, the game is playing a trailer. That's what's happening. I was like, what is that sound? It's that, and it's like, it's a level of, oh, look at the struggles we used to have. That, and like, the fact that we beat these games without any help, no one playing with us, no guides. Like that, like when we played through King's Quest, that got me. Like, they're janky. They are fucking nightmare games if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have a guide. And we just did that. Like, the fact that I have these like warm, wonderful memories of Riven as a child, and then I watch Zach almost fucking have a coronary playing it as an adult is crazy. We're just so spoiled rotten as adults, like with what we have nowadays. But those games, genuinely, I look at those, I'm like, how the fuck did I do this? I did this. I played these as a kid, like, and just, it wasn't even suffering. It was fun. You didn't know there was no other options. I don't know. I kind of love it a little bit. I get a little nostalgic for the jank. I'm going to see if Discord is going to, oh, Discord's working. She's not being a dick for now. Good morning.
Hello, Katie.
Morning.
We're
Okay.
talking gardening currently, so you're well suited to this conversation.
Except that it was 80 degrees yesterday and it's supposed to snow tonight and I'm very anxious.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. So I'll give you the square footage. This is 69,000, or yeah, 6,900 square
Giggity.
feet.
Giggity. What are you doing for 69 square feet?
Yard work.
What are you doing to it though? Like what?
Keeping to it because it fucking sucks. So it's 0.15 acres.
Yeah, so a full acre is 43,000 square feet.
Okay. Yeah, I see that here. But still, it's fucking huge. Like
It's a lot for one person, man.
I'm usually really quick as.
I'm really not happy.
Yeah, that was apparently the official launch date trailer, and the official launch date is September 23rd, which we all seem super excited about. It doesn't look like
Yeah.
it runs smooth there.
Honestly, once they decided to make the movie, I wasn't thrilled about the fourth movie, because if they were willing to do that movie and have that sort of a cash grab, I didn't have hope for the fourth, to be completely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm with you.
That movie is... I mean, we're going to hate watch it. It's going to be a terrible time.
I wanna.
Oh,
I kind of
if
want to record our commentary the whole time or something.
We probably should. It's so bad.
Just busy sitting there like, what the fuck? What the fuck? The rise in anger would be worth it for me. We might do
It's
something
almost
like that.
If we could sit in a chat and talk and watch the movie separately from it.
Literally.
That would be nice.
And just
I
that
love that's gonna be a
commentary.
hate watch. I love that it's gonna be a hate watch.
Universally too,
a
which is
hate watch.
crazy. And I know people that have seen it and they're guaranteed
Yep.
they've confirmed it's going to be a hate watch.
Oh, Kaki and I have watched it. We watched it just like I went out of
Oh,
pure
didn't
curiosity.
you pay to watch it, didn't you?
I did. I went.
Ooh,
I did. Oh, I know. I
I'm so
spent money on
sorry.
this. I'm going. All
I
right.
can have my camera on, and then you can watch my. Because I mean, you have to watch it to hate watch it, so we can have our cameras on and we can watch reactions.
Yeah, do I have to go buy a
what?
camera? Do I have to go buy a camera?
I think
You could
well,
probably rig
no.
it with your phone.
I mean, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Like Jade
yeah, you
uses
could.
her phone as a webcam.
I like.
But I definitely am going to. I can do that because even silent, my face will be loud enough.
I was gonna
My
say we're
head.
gonna have to have like
Maybe an
you know
envelope.
how I have hydrate reminders. We're gonna have reminders for Vis. Like, careful if you keep your face like that, it's gonna get stuck. Time to have some exercises, and we'll like do some cheek massaging or something. Because she's just gonna be probably disgusted face is my guess. Her
I
disappointment
willingly
face.
watch bad movies on a regular. I mean, I know there's a couple of other folks in the chat that are like fans of like Rift Tracks or MST3K, whatever. I willingly watch bad movies.
No, there's a difference
This
between
is like
bad
a different
movies
level. This is
and a
this is
movie that
bad.
disgraces
Intermission.
one of like the best games to me.
Vis,
Like,
you
it's
should have like
so
a stuffy
awful.
or a pillow on your lap you can scream into intermittently.
I have
God.
I have the giant squashmallow dino behind me.
Yes,
that I will
yes.
have,
I
definitely.
mean, so scream your emotions into it.
I have a pillowcase that for one of our couch pillows that Cocky got me that actually says "Scream Here."
Oh, that's
And
phenomenal.
I feel like we should get one for Vissy just so she's like, you know what, just scream here. It's fine. It's
we'll
not
get her.
fine,
We'll
but
get her a
it's gonna be
care
okay.
package. It'll be one of those. It'll be a damn it doll. Like if
Just
you've never
like
seen one of
something you
those
can throw,
indestructible
like-
dolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have not actually seen one of those.
Oh, you should go. It literally just looks like the most basic like doll someone would sew you when you're a kid, but the way they're made, they're like double lined and so stuffed they feel hard. And so you hold them by one of their limbs and you can just slam them on the edge of a marble counter all day, screaming, "Damn it!" and they'll never break. I had
Ooh.
one as a kid. It was great. Damn it dolls. Oh my god, I'm gonna look for one. I'm gonna find one. Okay, I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Go.
Chat is live though. If you guys want to talk, you
Yes.
know what I mean.
Yeah. No.
Chat is
Screen Here
live. No
pillow.
shit. Chat, you're obviously live. If you didn't know that, but so is Discord. If you guys want to talk, I'll be right back.
I
Tenor.
And-
Ooh, I like tenor. Tenor is better. Well, I like baritone. Like, not baritone. Barry. I like Barry sax.
Barry sax. Yeah, the Barry sax.
Yeah.
That's what
I like
my
Barry
stepson-
too.
That's what my stepson's trying to move towards right now. He wants to do the Barry.
Barry's awesome.
He's hellbent.
Crispy's just learning about how much wind capacity that it possibly takes for me to play an instrument because his son plays tenor, and my instrument is 6 feet tall. Tenors are
alto,
probably
sorry,
like
alto. Sorry,
Huh?
alto sax. He plays alto.
He plays
She
tenor
played
sax,
me
not alto.
He does? Oh.
as a
Yeah, Cocky
woodwind.
says it in the chat.
Oh.
Imagine sticking a reed in my mouth.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah,
I was
my
wrong.
reeds are so much bigger than everybody else's. It was kind of.
I can't even imagine because I remember I have to suck on reeds for clarinet. That was nothing comparatively.
Mine
The
was like
smell
1.5
will never leave
clarinet.
me.
But yeah, I have a air bubble underneath my boobs because of how like my lungs had to expand, and so my body adapted.
That's kind of dope.
I love my wife is getting
like
her nails
opera
done
singers
and
do
still
that.
managing to correct me when I'm wrong.
It's out of love. It's out of love. She just doesn't want you to sound dumb.
Because I do know the difference. So like, alto saxes are smaller than tenor saxes.
Yeah, you couldn't put a dry reed in. It either wouldn't make a sound or it would be terrible. You had to like,
Oh, you have to soak reeds.
yeah.
Yeah.
And some
It's-
people
it's
didn't
bad
change
for
out
the
their
reed,
reeds.
Too.
That was gross. Don't be friends with people that don't change their reed.
No, those things are gross. Yeah,
That
those-
is
the
mold.
smell.
The smell. It still haunts me to this day. That smell. Ugh.
I've seen the amount of spit that comes off one of those, and I can't even begin to think that someone wouldn't want to change that.
You ever
Like,
see your son take the head off and blow it out?
Yep. Oh, yeah, he's got like a whole cleaning kit and everything. And
Oh yeah. Well, when
we're
you're live
adamant.
playing, it fills up with spit. So like,
Yep.
you'll take a
Oh
break
my
between songs,
goodness.
and you gotta like fucking blow out all the nasty that's inside. It was so gross. So elegant being in band.
Yeah.
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 Oh, Vincey, you apparently blew Cocky's mind. You said who played bass clarinet? Was that you? Vincey, yeah, you said played.
Vissy
Contra.
played me.
Yeah.
She played a
Oh.
6-foot
A
clarinet.
whole
That's why I
B-flat
was kidding about putting
contra
I wasn't kidding, but I was like, imagine me, but a clarinet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had to have a
Spit
special
valves and
chair to
brass
reach it.
instruments.
Well, they moved me to bass clarinet after about 2 months into 7th grade because my fingers were too small to cover the holes of a
Oh,
clarinet.
yep.
So that air was leaking because my fingers were so little, and so they switched me to the bass clarinet because those are solid pads.
Yep.
And then high school, I went to the E flat, which was a little bit taller, about 4 feet. And then they rented a double B flat, and they gave it to me because I was the only one that had played a contra before. And I fell in love with it, but they only rented it, so they had to give it back. And when I found out they gave it back in the summer, I cried with my director because I was really sad that I lost my instrument. But they ended up buying a new one.
You can play.
That's dope.
Okay. And I'm gonna say the word fingering because the fingering was the same, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, the biggest difference, like she was saying, like on a normal clarinet, there's holes that you have to physically cover with the pads of your fingers versus the bigger clarinets, it's a pad you're just pushing down, like with the bar.
Okay.
So you don't have to depend on like the actual width of your finger to close the holes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Similar to like a
incredibly
sax or
dense
something.
when it comes to this stuff. Like I don't
No,
know
I
too
learned a
much.
lot through this. My school didn't have these instruments either, dude. We were lucky to have a French horn. Like that was really cool that we had one of those.
And I mean, yeah, not a lot of people get the experience to even know about it. So of course I'm happy to teach. How would you know otherwise?
Right.
I wouldn't.
I'm just happy I can like fumble fuck my way through like a guitar. like,
Dude.
like
String
that's
instruments are where you lose me, man. I'm baffled by string instruments. They're cool.
I loved that instrument so much. It was, it was huge, but I also didn't have to audition for our ensemble, like our wind ensemble, because I was the only one that played my instrument, and there was no way in fucking hell I was letting somebody else audition on my instrument.
You know, one of the main reasons I quit band was because they kept making me audition for first chair over, like, people would not stop challenging me, and they never won. And I was just so fucking tired of it, I was like, I quit.
Well,
Thank you.
For us, it's not a challenging thing. Like, you have to audition every semester, so I think twice a year.
Yeah.
You had to audition to stay in wind ensemble because it was.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, that's.
But
exactly
thank you
what
guys
it
for
is.
hanging out.
Of course.
No problem.
Yes, it's just a lot of fun. Thank you guys.
This
Yes.
is the one day of the week that I kind of like push family stuff out. Like I'm like, nope, Sundays are mine. That's my day.
Bless. Family just
yeah,
could
no,
always
but-
sit.
I know what it is. It is, but it's like even like Easter Sunday coming up. Oh, that's actually a good question. Are we gonna try to?
So, plan for Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you guys too. If I'm down to play Borderlands Saturday, if you guys want to, because Sunday is 420, and so
Yeah.
I asked
Oh,
chat,
right.
and they want to play like Jackbox games and everything. And if you guys are open to it, like we can just sit in Discord and bullshit with each other while we play Jackbox games. If you want to,
I'm
Yeah,
down.
we can.
I'll be getting
yeah,
very
if we
high.
wanna
I
do
was gonna try to
Borderlands,
find
I'm
some edibles.
Incredibly down for Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a question. Can I make a request? Or like just not a request, I guess, but since it's 420, can we do like mods only Jackbox for that?
That may be cool.
Because then we wouldn't have to worry about modding like responses.
Mods
or anything.
only. What do you mean?
Playing the game.
First off, I don't have that many mods present. Second off, Viata has already volunteered to mod all day for us if we want to. If we have games we need to mod in. But the most popular
That's
Jackbox
true.
games we played literally don't need a mod.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Which is great. They have no drawing or anything in them, which is amazing, so we haven't had to worry about it. But Viata already said she would mod them. If we
Sweet.
need to, but the most popular ones are like the murder mystery and... Not murder mystery, murder... What is it? Mystery murder party or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think, there was another one too.
Today's a new day.
I don't remember. We'll figure it out. All right, I'll see you guys in movie night. Thank you for hanging out today.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See y'all
Bye,
later.
Fred.
I put myself in movie night and then I just sit there until movie night happens. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. As usual, Borderlands is a fucking blast and I love hanging out with you guys. That's the plan. So tomorrow is normal day off day.
So freaking
That being said, I won't be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. probably most of Friday because I've been invited to go to the St. Jude's Summit and tour the hospital and stuff because you guys and us and the community and whatnot raised so much money for their hospital, which is amazing. So I leave on Tuesday for that and I don't come back till Friday. So if I can get all my packing and shit done tonight / tomorrow, I'll probably stream tomorrow to hang out for one last time before I go. But on like otherwise, follow me on Blue Sky and shit because I'll probably post a lot of cool stuff. And all the cool people I get to hang out with while I'm there. Yes, it's in Tennessee, which I've never seen Tennessee before. I get to hang out. I get to see my partner manager, Anish, which will be really cool. I haven't seen him in years. And there's a couple people going that I haven't got to see in years. So I'm stoked. It'll be nice. I hope it's warm.
So gonna kill that guy.
I just want nice weather. Just so I'm not freezing, but it's going to be cool. I'm excited for the experience. Like, I've worked in so many different hospitals that don't work the way St. Jude's does, that I'm very excited to see the way that this, like, we all know what they do for people, but, like, to actually hear it from them and whatnot's going to be really cool. So I'm stoked. But other than that, I'll probably post a lot of pictures and whatnot. I don't know. I really don't even know what to expect. I have no idea. No idea. It'll be cool, though, and then obviously we will come together and join and come up with some cool shit to do for fundraising and shit for St. Jude's this year, which will probably be with the Control Alt donate group again. I know they already have lots of plans to do cool shit, so we'll probably be finding that. My girl Alchemy's live right now and playing Repo, and I need to see this because I'm addicted to this game right now. So take your joy, drink your water, clean your bong. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Tomorrow I'll see you probably sometime. I'm not going to say bright and early, but sometime because I have to pack. That's it. I was trying to think. I thought I had something else to say.
My life is going
420. Oh, yeah. So we come back in 420 is next Sunday, and we'll play community games, which are awesome. So come play community games with us. I love you so much.